My name is Hardman. My history working with young people started in 2003 when I began with the DC Peninsula Rescue Mission's summer camp for inner-city youth. Since then, my career has revolved around empowering the young people in my community to seek and meet their fullest potential. I entered into the Michigan State University Youth Development Graduate Program 2 years ago, and as I conclude my degree, I have created this presentation as a supplemental piece to my final oral defense on youth development and service learning in the after-school setting. This presentation serves as a guide to understanding and implementing the effective elements of service learning in an after-school setting. It includes stories, experiences, and expertise from professionals in the field, as well as from teens who have been engaged in service learning and civic engagement throughout their high school years. I have worked with an organization called Alternatives Incorporated for the last 4 years, a nonprofit that focuses on innovation in youth development. Most closely, I have worked with a group called Youth Act, which stands for Youth Achieving Change Together. This is a diverse group of young people who initially formed under a Kellogg grant 6 years ago. Since this time, high schoolers have worked in partnership with adults to host youth rallies, form a youth-written social action magazine, conduct a coalition for youth and adults to fight youth discrimination, and they have successfully written and implemented a school board policy to allow a high school representative to sit on our board in a non-voting advisory capacity. It was during my work with this group that I was able to apply and experience the skills, learnings, and resources gained from the master's program. One thing I found as myself, my organization, and my community were framing civic engagement was that young people were learning new skills and were giving of their time and talents to their community. It was at this crossroad that it spurred my interest in better understanding how to be intentional about using the service learning approach in conjunction with the positive youth development framework.
Youth development is the process of helping young people learn two things: who am I and what am I good at? And I think teenagers are going through those questions anyways in their lives, but it's something as youth workers that we consciously build into everything that we do, helping young people answer those questions for themselves.
In order to meet the needs that you have as a young person, whether it's physical or social needs, you're going to develop. But what I really want to tell you is about the practical definition of youth development, because that's more of the how-to. That's the approach that youth workers like us take in working and interacting with young people. And that helps to foster their identity, who they are and their ability, what they can do. The community needs to be involved in this process because young people go to many different places. They're not just in school or just at a scout meeting or just at their I don't know, ball team practice. They go everywhere. And everywhere they go in the community, it's important that the youth workers there have the same knowledge about working with youth, this approach to working with youth that really fosters their identity and ability. So they're all like speaking the same language. And in this sense, what happens is that the community does benefit. But let's start with the young people. They benefit because they have supportive relationships, they have access to services, wonderful, meaningful opportunities in a place that they naturally go